And let's welcome them with a very warm round of applause first. And without further ado, I would like to turn the program over to Professor Lee from National Chung Ching University. Professor Lee?
Thank you. Thank you for your introduction. I think first question from me. I always thinking the topic of this event is called Net Zero City. But why we invite so many city mayors come to Taiwan? And the answer, I think, is that because if a city wants to reach the goal of net zero, you need to have some policy in that city. And who can make a decision says that, okay, in this city, let's have some kind of policy related to net zero. It must come to city mayor. And that's the reason we invite 6 city mayor or deputy mayors come here, and let's learn from them what they do and what's their dream and what they have done. So that's a kind of experiments shared. And this afternoon, I think you hear so many new terms or terms that you already know, sustainability, net zero, carbon, decarbon, and resilient, etc. Right? So I think you might have some questions that you want to ask, or you might have some feedback you want to say. And now is your time. You can share your experiments. We have around 35 minutes, so time is yours. When you want to say something, please raise your hand and introduce yourself, who you are, where you come from, which city, and then it's your time. You can express your questions, okay? And if possible, you can say, I ask this question for which you are city mayor, something like that, okay? So I hope that your question is short, sweet, and precise, because we only have 35 minutes. Otherwise, time's up, always. Okay, so any feedback or from audience? It's not easy to have 6 mayors with us, okay? In one room. Yes. Please.
I'm the first, right? Too bad. I'm James, Dr. James Edwin. I came here with the mayor of Banff, but I work in the office of the president. From the presentation, just a little bit of clarification. As you said rightly, I think I do understand and I appreciate what you said. You have cities that are highly advanced. You have those in the middle, and you have those that are just starting. So from what probably you heard from my mayor, it's like a pitch. It's like a learning phase that Bond is right now. As a very small city, you saw it on the map. It's very minimalistic. There is almost nothing there. So what is happening here is a matter of pitching the problems that can lead us to net zero, which is really, really far for now, but can gradually change those problems into solutions by partnering with people around here. You heard him stressing opportunities. There are opportunities to move from where we are into a better environment. There are opportunities for carbon sequestration. For example, he showed a lot of mangroves that we can manage for a thing like that. He went into agriculture thinking that for net zero, agriculture is a basic economic activity for that island. Fisheries is a basic economic activity for that island, but it's still in the traditional stage. And we think by networking with people here and what we have seen from Brazil, the United States, and other places, we can move on to some stages. Afterwards, the world is global, right? That's a small place, it's a small city, it's a small island. But from learning from this group, we can form partnerships and see how we can move on. And we really have learned from those presentations. We only hope those presentations can be made available to us too. And maybe before we leave here, we can form those partnerships. So maybe our presentation was a little bit different from the advanced stages, but it was purposive because we know somebody might say, I can intervene maybe in the mangrove sector, I can intervene in the agric sector, I can intervene in the transportation sector and see how we can all contribute as partners in our global challenge. I thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your feedback, okay? I know what you want at this moment, try to find good partners, right? And I think easier to find it if you go to first floor or fourth floor, then there are so many booths, then you can find the technologies or some solutions maybe fit what you required. But actually, I like your city very much. Even though it's not so well development, but it means you produce low carbon. So low carbon tourism is easy for you. For us, maybe very hard, you know, because Taipei is crowded, Taiwan is crowded. Everywhere you can find people. When you move, you produce carbon, okay? Because we don't walk, okay? We take an elevator, we take this, that. Everywhere we use machinery to do something for us. So we produce so much carbon. But in your city, maybe easier. So I think that's a new approach for us to think what's the future. And also I like you mentioned about agriculture, because when we talk about sustainability or net zero, what are important? Actually, it's water, sun, and the air. And then they will link to what? Link to food. If we have good food, then we will have good health. Environment is good, then this city will be very amazing, right? So actually, I like your presentation. And thank you for your feedback. Okay, second one. Ding, 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 ding. Any? Oh, yeah. Thank you. There.
Good afternoon. My name is Pazakar. I'm mayor of a really small town from Slovakia. And thank you for the presentations. You are all of you are representing huge cities from some 100,000 of inhabitants up to some millions. The question is, what do you think what is the minimum scale of a town or a city when it has a meaning to start to think about to build smart city infrastructure or a zero emission infrastructure?
Any mayor? Any mayor, please give some feedback. That's a good question for research, but I don't know for practice. Oh yeah, please.
Thank you, and it's a very, very interesting question, to be honest. Well, to build a smart city, you have to do an investment on infrastructure first. So, and it depends on the level of budget you have. It's not about the size of your city or the amount of citizens you have. It's about the budget. You have to invest in sensors. You have to invest in data centers. You have to invest in also technical people. Technical people is very important to have the right team. Then you can have a little platform to control a little bit of your traffic or the water consumption or electricity. That's the basics. But the important point is you have to build the infrastructure, and it costs some money. I think that's the entry point.
Any other mayors want to say something? Okay, please. Yeah.
I also agree on the Madagascar deputy mayor's point of view. It doesn't matter of the scale, but it does care about the infrastructure. How do you build up? Even though you are a small town, you also can use the smart technology for the better public service, because the body of the administration, the role of the government is providing the public service. So smart city is a bundle with the technology. You can do more with less. all my mind is that the technology is going to help the city governments for deliver the service. So why not you just even though it's a small town, but you can use the mobile phones, you can use the even though it's low tech, even use the low tech, but it is the good value for and easy for the city governments. That will be the provider. The service will be delivered by ways of the smart way. So I say the smart city doesn't concern about the size, but it does care about the smart city. Always have to focus on the people-centric. It doesn't deploy the technology. Technology is adopted, but the purpose is making the quality of life and making the public servants, even the public service will be delivered very well and very efficiently. So if you go into up to the 1 million populations, you need it's quite inevitable to use the technology. But you're just small town. Also, you can use the sustainable. Using the small city technology can be implemented. So I totally agree with the deputy mayors as Malaga Spence. Yeah, it doesn't matter with the small or big city. It depends on the mindset of the public governance. If you want to use a small city as the public service, that would be the good start. So I always think about you can do more with less. Adopting the small city, that would be the initiative, and go further. Then you can do more with the public service. Thank you.
Thank you. How about others?
Hello,
Joman?
over here, looking the wrong
Oh,
way.
yeah. Okay.
Hello, I'm Dame Andrea Jenkins. I'm from the UK, here with my delegation. We was very impressed by some of these speeches. Now, I've got a massive rural community, talking 1.2 million people. We have the beautiful city of Lincoln, but our major challenges is we feed Britain with agriculture. We've got great defence and AI. So what do you do in smart cities to also connect to the rural communities? I'd be very interested to hear from the panel. Thank you.
Any mayor? You? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
We, as I mentioned, we have a strong pillar in agriculture. We have avocados and mangoes. It's very because of the sun, and we are investing a lot of artificial intelligence as well on agriculture. We have, in fact, an event that is Expo Agritech, where we are focusing on all the technology that we can apply to the agricultural and the rural space. It's going to be in Malaga, and I don't know what's the date, but maybe for you it's going to be interesting to go there, because what we are taking is all the companies that are developing technology for the agriculture, and we put it all together. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Please.
Well, taking my city, Kaohsiung, even though the population is up to the 2.7 millions, but the square meter up to the 3,000, but it's just concentrated in the city hub. But 70% of the land is agricultural land, so still you have to provide a public service. So it is not only for the agricultural harvest. We also have some application that we encourage the startup using the APP to help the young people going from the urban area to the non-urban areas. They can use also we get an award in Seoul. That would be the Agri-Info. So that would be one of the way. The other way is even though they are most of the people living in the rural areas, they are aged town. So they also can share the public service. So it is obligation for the city government. So we make it is impossible for the city to make a regular bus service. But in terms of a bus service, they can pay the same, they can pay the same fee but we're using the cable. We're using the taxi as the bus. And using the technology applications, they can pre-order before 4 hours. They can pre-order. And then we take the subsidy to the taxi company. And the taxi become the buses. And there will be the behind the scenes. It is quite important things. You have to manage that behind the scenes. So this technology will be used. And even though that, we also encourage that the driver needs to be localized, because they will be they using those kind of service by the city government, and they will provide a job for the local people. And also using this way, we have a patient. The third example for that. Even people that are living in the rural areas, but still they need a hospital. They need some daily cares. So what are we going to do? Because most of the medical center is located in the urban core. So we are mobile hospital. We invent mobile hospital. We can use the van and equip it into the cart. So there will be obligation for some hospital, subsidy by the city government, and they will go into the regular areas. So there will be the doctor will be in the van. They provide the medical service into the house in the rural areas. So it becomes they can share, because they share. This is the equalities. The people living in the rural area, they also can share some transportation fee. They also can share the daycare, and also they can share the same thing, the medical cares, by the same price. So we need more precisely to using the resources. So smart city application will become the most important tools to use it. So furthermore, for the opening this exhibitions, I'm saying the Kaohsiung is going to do the most mass scales of the AI solvent. Because AI, everyone you know the AI. Just in your computer, you have the ChatGPT. But somehow, when you send the prompt, it's talking nonsense. Because it's an encyclopedia. In terms of words, it's the language, a big language. So what we're doing is that we need to build up the localized Kaohsiung AI, Sovereign AI. So we take a name, this is the Kaohsiung Lighthouse. In next years, it's going to be, we have been training for the AI platform. We stand up the platform. It will be much more easy for the city to provide the money, the budget, and recruit the people. We're using the NVIDIA's some solutions and building up. And by the end of this year, it will be in operations. And it will open to the enterprise. And the enterprise will get into the AI platforms. Then can use in the SaaS, the software. So that you are transportation expertise or some hospital or the hospitality industry. They can create new, the software. They can plug in to the AI platform. And then they will be get the city much more operationally very fluently. So this is the way I'm saying here. Even though this is rural areas, we also provide. And next steps is to want to build up the most big scale citywide AI, sovereign AI. That means that will be using sometimes, as I mentioned to you, the 4 million local pictures have been deployed. And we also take the 6.5 million hours for training the AI to recognize the physical environments. Most of the LLM is just the language. So it's just you can find that, you can talk with them, but somehow they don't recognize the physical AI. So we are doing this way, just get the city of Kaohsiung get further to build up the city functions. It's not only for the technology departments. As I mentioned to the Dresden city mayors, because yesterday he visited Kaohsiung, I'm saying that the most important thing is the city governments or the city governors need to be an investor in terms of a smart city. If you want to build a smart city, you need to be you need to play the role of the investor. You need to invest. So ask your agency to provide the solutions, to provide your need, and then you can go to the private sector, and they will give you the solutions. And then there will be the top-down way. The other way is the bottom-up. Bottom-up is the one way is the bottom-up, the other way is the top-down. The mayor will ask me to take in charge of the fire departments, and I will ask the department director general to use in the technologies. They have to use in the drone. Before the firefighters or the firefighters' cars get into the fire places, they have to have some image already been taken by the drone. And the drone will send it back to the picture. So the firefighter will recognize where is the first place they have to attack the fires. So that would be also the example that Kaohsiung is doing this, using the drone in the firefighting. Also, we're using the using the robot, because there were many manufacturers, especially petrochemical. It's very dangerous. Whenever it exploded, it cannot be used in the firefighter to go inside of the factory. But you have to use in the tank, firefighter tank, to go into there. And within the tank, within what we call the fire robot, they will be equipped in many ways. There were so many sensors in the robots, and they were putting out the data, including the temperatures and the gas, category of gas, and then we were monitoring that and using the right way to extinguish the fires. So, thank you. This is what I'm saying. There's some examples.
Thank you. Yeah. Any mayors? Any other mayors? No? Huh? Okay. Any other questions? Yeah.
Sorry, I'm thinking it again because I'm learning, right? A whole lot. I listened to Spain, Germany, Montgomery, right, from the U.S. I mean, and moving from one level of technology to the other, technology does not exist in a vacuum. It's got to be used by people, right? It's got to be adopted by people. And if it's going to be adopted by people, it's going to change your livelihood and your lifestyle. So what I'm asking to all the mayors is it easy for people to move based on the policies, or are those policies really enforced? Or technology adoption is like technology moves the people to adopt it, or you have to enforce it? So I just want to see that relationship between policies that you're using to move your cities and the adoption of those technologies, whether they are being enforced or people just grow with it.
Okay.
Each of these.
Yeah, good question.
Yes.
Your question is similar to chicken first or egg first, right? Okay, any feedback from mayors? Yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned it almost in my presentation. We developed a lot of projects and project ideas, and this is now in a complete folder, and everybody can use, not only national-wide. And especially with Africa, I have a sister city, is Brazzaville in Congo. And we have a climate partnership with Brazzaville. And so we work in different cases together. This is cases on the one hand, you need education, both sides. You need exchange. We prepare projects we prepare, start with projects in the city. We take out some topics, especially in the waste management, where we work together, where we make a transformation of our ideas, of our knowledge, and work with the city administration of Brazzaville very close together. And I think our examples could be also work for other partners to use the ideas, to use the knowledge for such kind of collaboration and of future projects everywhere.
So I think you're right when you say chicken or an egg. We don't live in authoritarian societies. And that is one of the limitations, is like I said when I was talking about adopting appliances that we know we all should be using. We can say you should do it. We can show you there's a path to clean energy and to a healthier environment. But unless you have requirements that people do it, the uptake or the change depends on the willingness of the population to do that. In America, we were going to get rid of incandescent light bulbs, the ones that go back to Thomas Edison. And everybody thought we'd all be doing the new stuff out there. But there are people who are just obsessed with not moving into the modern world. And our current president is, now thinks it's okay to have incandescent light bulbs and burn fossil fuels. So you can have a path and you know what to do, and government can help, and government can help fund transformation. But ultimately, unless you're going to be in a society where people are given no choices, which has lots of other bad ramifications, then that path is going to depend to some extent on what job you do educating people and making it feel that it's important to them to make this transformation, or it's important to their children to make this transformation. So we have to deal with this on two fronts. We have to lay out a path, but we've also got to convince people this is a path they want to be on. Otherwise, it'll be slow and painful.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Education. Oh yeah. Please.
Uma participação em português. Eu sou do Rio Grande do Sul, Brasil. Alguém traduz aí? Posso falar? Tá. Vai colocar lá. Não? Tem alguém que traduz do português para o inglês? Senão não adianta eu falar, daí ninguém vai entender nada. Ah, já está traduzindo? Tá. Eu sou do Rio Grande do Sul, estado no sul do Brasil, e sou parlamentar no país. Eu quero dar uma breve participação, bem rapidinho. Tem 3 pontos que eu acho que são base para que o desenvolvimento com sustentabilidade ele permaneça aqui. E os avanços tecnológicos e tudo aquilo que nós estamos ouvindo aqui, até essa é uma feira voltada para a tecnologia e inteligência artificial. A eficiência do Estado, a eficiência das empresas e a eficiência na alocação dos recursos. Eu penso que esses 3 pontos eles são fundamentais. E tanto o dirigente do Estado, a classe dos governos, como os dirigentes das empresas e aqueles que detêm os ativos do capital, precisa ter a consciência de que a sustentabilidade ela não é um custo, mas ela é uma condição para que o desenvolvimento dure. Então, sustentabilidade não é um custo para o desenvolvimento. A sustentabilidade ela é uma condição para que o desenvolvimento dure, o desenvolvimento seja permanente. Apenas isso. Obrigado e uma boa feira para todos.
Can someone can use English to repeat? Yeah, please.
Deixa eu aproveitar a oportunidade que o colega aqui do Rio Grande do Sul, que é deputado federal no Brasil, aproveitar a tradução, porque fica mais fácil para eu poder explicar. De tudo isso que nós discutimos aqui hoje, relacionado à inteligência, relacionado à inovação, houveram perguntas relacionadas, por exemplo, em que momento aplicar a inteligência, que tamanho de cidade, a partir de qual que é o número de população que nós devemos começar a fazer as inovações, aplicar as inteligências para poder facilitar a vida das pessoas. Hoje, eu sei que tem países, tem regiões, tem cidades que não têm, às vezes, os recursos necessários para que possam ser implementadas aí as diversas tecnologias que hoje tem ao redor do mundo, mas nós temos que trabalhar primeiro com a conscientização. Acho que a conscientização das pessoas, a educação das pessoas, tendo a consciência de preservação, preservar a natureza, preservar a água, isso é fundamental para que haja sustentabilidade e assim a gente consiga aplicar, utilizar a inteligência no desenvolvimento das nações, no desenvolvimento aí das cidades, das smart cities. Só complementando o que o colega disse, então a questão da educação ela é fundamental. As pessoas precisam estarem preparadas para estar utilizando a inteligência, para estar aplicando no seu dia a dia. E assim, o governo, né, no nosso caso, que é o maior desafio que nós temos hoje aqui como prefeitos, né, como mayor, é a conscientização, é a educação das pessoas no cuidado, na preservação e aplicando conforme o recurso, conforme a arrecadação do município, que vem para o município, aplicando as inteligências e as facilidades para as pessoas no seu dia a dia. Muito obrigado.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your, yeah. Okay, yeah, please.
Hello, I'm from Slovakia, from Europe, and I have just two questions. One for the Spanish lady, sorry, I don't see your name. And Aria. Buenos días, Aria. ¿Puedo preguntarle algo? Usted dijo que tienen 50 ajuntadores de usted oficina. ¿Cómo se dice? Advisor. Sí. ¿Y quién les paga? 50 gente. No? You have 50 advisors, you said. 50 plus advisors of cooperators. It was in your presentation. Who is paying them? Because we would like to have 50 advisors. Consulators. What's that position? Ambassadors for, it's volunteer. This way. Okay, I understand. Thank you. Okay, okay. And
you know, we have a lot of foreign people in our city, so they need to have the services of their home country. That's why their home country.
So I will repeat. We are talking about consulates. So we have people from everywhere, from all around the world, and they sometimes need services from their home country. So they need those services. That's why the countries decided to put a consulate.
This way it is, okay, because Bratislava is also the size of the city like Malaga. 500,000 people, plus some pendlers, 200,000, so the same problems.
Yeah, no, but
okay, thank you for
those
explaining.
other countries.
That's that's it. And for
We'd
Mr.
love
Eric,
to have.
yeah, thank you. For Mr. Eric, one question. Can you explain us what is the concept of the Green Bank? I will give you
So the Green Bank, I mean, it's a regular bank, except the county put money into it. And so we seed funded it. And they can put out loans, low interest loans, and they do it for homeowners, they do it for businesses. So if a company wants to put solar panels on, we might loan them money for that. If a homeowner wants to put solar panels on, we'd loan money for that. If a business wants to adopt a particular technology, we can provide loans. It's not enormous. I mean, I think we seeded it with like $20 million, which in some places is a lot of money. In the real world, it's not so much money. It gets used up pretty quickly.
Everything helps.
But it makes a difference, and we wanted to, we took the money from a tax, from an energy tax, and actually, instead of using it to reduce the cost of the government itself, we decided we'd take a piece of that money and use it to help people make this transformation.
That's for everyone, for private companies and for state?
Private companies can get it too, but for individuals as well.
Thank you.
Right, for buildings doing green projects.
Time is up, right? Time is close. And back to the question, what's the smallest size to think about smart city? I think answer is ambition. If a city mayor has an ambition, everything is possible. Because that's an example of Kaohsiung City. The deputy mayor already left. But I want to tell you about his story. He was a professor in the university before. And the city mayor found he is quite intelligent. So invite him to become a deputy mayor and give him authority, give him a budget. Try to make Kaohsiung to be smart. That's the story come from. So I don't think the population is an issue. I don't think anything is an issue. If you have ambition, then everything is reachable. Okay, that's my conclusion. But let me back to the time to our master of ceremony. Okay, thank you for your time and sharing.